Okay, we are getting started. I am putting on the comments as we speak. So welcome everybody. I will sit here and wait for y'all to come on. Comments are open. And I've got my camera set up where I can't, I guess I can. I'm trying to see. I got the camera up here and my eyes going right below it. But anyways, okay, it is 4 minutes to 7, so we'll give it about 5 minutes and then we're going to go ahead and get started this evening. So let me know when you come on, if you don't mind. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're watching me on YouTube, your name should come up. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and then also click the bell or hit the bell, whatever, so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And if you'd like to join my Facebook VIP group, you're more than welcome to do so. Just find Shall We Stamp VIP on the Facebook, through Facebook itself. And in the meantime, I'm just going to get myself organized so we can make some Valentine cards this evening. And I'll just sit here and wait for y'all to come on. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit because I got me sitting kind of cattywampus. Let me see, did that work any? Okay, I guess that will do. That will do. Okie doke. We are ready to roll, I think. All right, so I got scissors on hand. I don't even think I need scissors, do I? Oh yeah, I might need some. We got my bone folder. We got some glue dots. We have, what else do we have over here? Adhesive, thank goodness. Make sure my adhesive is working. Yep, it looks like it's working. Hi, Carolyn, how are you? Oh, thank you. I forget I have this. It sits in one of my bottom drawers. And I saw it and I thought, Lord, I need to wear that thing. It's my dolphins, if I'm not mistaken. I think, yeah. And it hangs on by its tail. I remember going to the jewelry store and I fell in love with this. And it was back when I was single and, you know, I could afford it. So I thought, oh, why not? So I bought it. But I always forget that I have it. So I need to start wearing it more often. But thank you very much. I love all of oceany type stuff. I love pelicans. That's one of my favorite. At one point in my life, everybody and their brother was buying me pelican stuff where I had at one point I had to say stop. I mean, I had got, you name it, that anything they could put a pelican picture on, I got. And I had to stop that for a while. And anyways, but I just love them. They're just fascinating birds. But anyways, I love the beach and the ocean and all that stuff. So, and warm weather. We don't like cold weather. So but anyways, so you're in, where are you located? You're in one of the colder states, are you not? I can't remember. I think you are. Okay, so we'll just wait for everyone to come on. We've got a few things to do some reminders of, and then we'll get started. Am I using any? I better pull this over here. I don't think I need my black ink, but I better put it close in case I do need it. I guess I'll put it right there, out of the way. So, oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Winston-Salem. Okay. So I think the weather up there is kind of cool, isn't it? Hey, Karen Jo. Yeah, we've had some cold weather for our area, for Fort Myers. Tomorrow, from my understanding, I think we're supposed to be in the high 70s, maybe 80 tomorrow, so that's good. Hey, Marie, how are you? And then tomorrow's Wednesday. Then Thursday, we're supposed to be up in the 80s as well, because Thursday is boat day, so it needs to be warm so we can go out. So, and then it drops down this weekend. I think it drops back down into the, I know y'all think I'm crazy when I tell you this. I think it's supposed to drop down to 70, maybe in the high 60s, but we don't like cold weather. We don't like it. So, when's your, is your craft fair this weekend, Marie? Okay, look, there goes my nose. As soon as we get on here, my nose starts itching. Is it this weekend? I can't remember. Anyways, but it's been nice. Pardon me. Oh, I have to take my dog in tomorrow and get 41 tomorrow. Oh, that's cold. I don't think I would like that. You're in, okay, I've been to Winston-Salem, so yeah, that's just too cold for me. You know, we had the last couple of mornings, it was, I want to say it was 50, 52, and I actually put the dog's sweater on her, her coat on her, because I knew I was cold, and I thought, this poor little thing, she probably needs to have her coat. So I put her heavy coat on her. We had been using her lighter one, but I decided to put her heavy one on. So, anyways. All right, it's 7:02. We're going to give it one more minute, and then we're going to get started, because I've got 3 cards that we're going to be doing. So I want to make sure we get those done and have time to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and start my my little info part of the program. Yeah, I know. We've had 2 weeks, and I don't like it. I want it. You know what's going to happen, Karen, is come summertime, we'll be complaining how hot it is. We can't get outside because it's too hot and can't breathe. But anyways, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do my little spiel while we're waiting for people to come on, because it's 7:03. I am Dawn Duvall. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I've been doing this craziness. Actually, next month, I think it's going to be 12 years. That's unbelievable. I live in Fort Myers, Florida. I've been here about a little over a year and a half, and we absolutely love where we are. And a couple of things I want to go over as far as updates and things of that nature. Anytime you place a $50 order through my online store, I will send you a tutorial bundle of, this month is 42 projects, and these are projects that are created by myself and 41 other demonstrators, and we it's a collaboration, so we come from all over the world, wherever we have locations. So it's a great resource to have. If you if nothing else, you can copy the information. I'm gonna flip my camera down so you can see the picture, because I forgot. I didn't realize I had printed it out. So we've got a lot of the items that are in the holiday catalog. In our new catalog that started this month. So we got tool time. We have all of those different things. So they're great for you to copy and use, or use them as inspiration and do your own thing. So 42 tutorials with photos and everything together when you place a $50 order through my online store. And then also, if you're on my newsletter list, then you will have access to my monthly coupons that I provide for the year. And for this month in January, now it says if you spend $55, I'm gonna make a note. If you spend $50, so not only will you get, okay, so $50, you're going to get a pack of basic white envelopes from me as a thank you gift. You're going to also get the 42 projects tutorials, and you'll get celebration, which means you'll get to choose one item, at least $50. And if you get to $100, then you'll be able to choose 2 items. So that's kind of like a win-win. So celebration runs from now through the end of February, which actually we have an extra day because it's leap year. So we have 29 days in February this year. But this you can find on my newsletter. I haven't put it up there in the last month or so, but I'll probably put it up there again for those that are joining. And then all you need to do when you want to redeem one of those coupons is just send me an email or a message and let me know that you want to use that particular month's coupon. And then what I do is have you go ahead and order whatever it may be, and then depending on the item, So for instance, if it's like a 10% off, then I will just credit you back the difference of whatever that equates to, or in this case, the envelopes, I'll just choose, purchase those and put them in the mail to you. So that's a good thing. There's something I was going to say, now I lost my train of thought. Go figure. Anyways, oh yeah. And the other thing is that we have a great join offer. So between now and the end of February, you have two options. You can join and get a discount if you want to join my team. You get to choose $125 in product of your choice for $99 in sales tax. And then you get to choose if you want this glass mat, and that's a $60 value. I'll show that to you real quick. I'm not showing the whole thing, but it's got a grid on it. It's nice because you can write on it with markers and everything, and it wipes right off. Or if you don't want that, then you can add an additional $30 in product. So instead of choosing 125, you'll get to choose 125, 35, 40, what is that, 55, right? $155 in product. So that will run through now through the end of February 29th, okay? So just wanted to let you know that. And then also, if you haven't seen, I put an event out there. I'm having a BOGO this Saturday and Sunday on my Shall We Stamp BOGO page, and I am selling my retired product, and you have two options. There's a link to download the instructions, and I encourage you to do so and read it because there's very specific things that you have to do. And I'm doing the BOGO two ways. One, you can purchase my or choose my retired product. So let's just say you choose, $55 worth. Then you will, after I pull those items, you get there's a form that you're going to fill out. Once I pull those items, I'll shoot you a message and let you know everything is good. Then you go on to my online store and you'll place a $55 order through my online store. You would be responsible to pay the shipping for the retired items, and I will bill you that through PayPal or whatever. We can do Venmo, whatever works is easy. And then if you don't want to purchase new product, then you can buy my retired products. You can buy one, get one half off. So if you see several things that you want, then the lesser of the two would be your half price item. And then what I would do is send you an invoice to pay, and then I would ship that out to you once you've completed your shopping. So there is a form there's a link to it as well that you will complete when you're ready to complete your shopping. You'll send that to me, you'll email me that form, or the form automatically comes to me, and then I'll pull all the items, and I'll message you and let you know that they're available, so that then, because I don't want you placing an order if you're doing that. So that way, if you're going to order online, then you can do so. If not, then I'll send you a bill, and once the bill is paid, then I'll ship your stuff out to you, and it goes out priority mail. Okay, so I think that's it. So let's get started. We're going to make some holiday, well, it's a holiday, Valentine's cards. But we don't have any, I don't have any Valentine stamp sets. So I thought, well, why not use our paper that we can create some really pretty cards. So I'm working with several things. I'm going to work with the Fluffiest Friends, and this is a bundle. This is in one of our online, this is through our online exclusive. So if you go into my online shop, then just look for online exclusives or type it in and it will bring up. And it's these cute little furry critters. There's 9 stamps in here. So we're going to be, I think we're using all of these but the bird and the bunny today. And then it has, if you buy the bundle, there's 21 dies that come with that set. So we're going to work with this. And we're also going to work with the Country Bouquet, which is in the annual catalog. This is the one that came out last year, and it's got a coordinating punch. We're going to use this heart punch, that heart right there, and then we're going to use a few of the sentiments from this set. And then we are going to use the nested essential dies. We're going to use this large one right here for one of the cards, so you'll see that here in just a few minutes. And then the most important thing is we are going to use this new, and I'm sure you all have seen this, the Be Mine 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. This is just absolutely gorgeous. And if you participated in my paper share, the shares went out yesterday, so you should be getting those in the next probably 3 days. But we're going to be working with this paper, and I'm sure you all have seen it, but look how pretty this is. It's really gorgeous. And actually, some of this you can use this all year. You can use it throughout the summer because the bees and everything are fine. So it's not strictly for Valentine's. It just has a lot of reds and whites, but and it does have some hearts in there. But that could be because you love somebody, right? So that's what we're going to work with, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me move this out of the way. Okay, and I have a piece of vellum cardstock here to keep the reflection or the shadows down. So hopefully that's not going to be a problem. All right, so the first card we're going to start with is we're going to do this. Now, I colored this bear, and I don't like the coloring part of it. My girlfriend said it looked fine. I don't think it does, but that's just me. But we're going to make it. This is really easy. So we're going to make this one card, and I do have in the country bouquet, we do have the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment. So there you go. We are able to use that. Now you can make this and make this, for love, thinking of you, or whatever you want it to be, right? So I'm using the beehive paper. Now this is the die cut from, this is, you would think it comes with the fluffiest furry friends, right? But it doesn't. It's part of that garden. Oh, shoot, ski. Hang on a minute. The garden. Oh, Lord. EF. I got to find my garden. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Garden Meadow. It comes with the garden. Sorry. It comes with the Garden Meadow stamp set if you get the die. So that cuts out this honey thing, like the beehive or whatever you call it. So what I did, though, we used to have a like a beehive, or it made the look of a beehive. Well, I sold that embossing folder. So on this particular card, I used the wood one that is oh God, I can't think of the name of it. You'd think I'd remember this stuff. It's the one that is showing part of the brick and part not. That's what I used on this one. Now on the card that we're going to actually make, I've used this is retired. It's the gingham. But I thought that kind of looked like a little bit like a honeycomb, so that's what we're going to use. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull out all my goodies. Now I am going to color this little critter, and hopefully I went ahead and stamped and cut everything, and then I thought I would go ahead and color, and we'll see how good or bad I do. So I'm going to use a thick basic white. So all of the cards this evening are being made with thick basic white cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5. And we're going to score this at 4 1/4. And normally I do fold my cardstock, but because it's thick white, I always want to score it because it just makes a better crease than me trying to fold it myself. So we're going to line this up at 4 1/4 and go ahead and score that. And we're going to fold that over, and we're going to make this card, and this is going to be in a portrait mode, in the portrait way. Now, sometimes when you fold it, the paper's a little, doesn't look like it fits all the way. So flip it back the other way, and most likely you're going to find that it evens itself right up. So I just kind of line it up some, and then I just give it a good burnish with my bone folder, and then that helps give us a nice crease. All right, now this paper is also in the that paper is the Be Mine paper. So I thought these hearts were cute, right? So that, again, it could be, I love you card, whatever. But we're going to do Valentine's. And these are cut at, I think it's 1 1/2, if I'm not mistaken, 1 1/4. So you're going to do 4 strips of 1 1/4. And then what I did is I just laid them on here. Okay, so the first one I'm going to lay down. And then we're just going to move them just a little bit. Let me move this out of the way. Let me get my glue thing in here, because me and the glue. And this is the back side. It's got the little bees on it, the back side of that paper. Isn't that cute? All right, so we're going to place this down on our, I know this has glue because I checked it. There we go. I just got to get it started. There we go. We're going to place this down, but we're going to do something a little bit different. And I saw this, and I don't remember who did it, where they just moved the second piece just a little bit, so it gives it a little gap. And I thought that looked really neat, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm just going to line this up. This is cut at 1.5 by 4. So we're going to have, you know, that little bit of white border around. And using your green glue or the Tombow glue, you do have the ability to shift it where you want it to go. And then then we're going to take the next one. Let me move this over here so I can get my glue on my thing. We're going to add the next piece. I probably should have started coloring first, huh? Because it might take me a while. But that's all right. All right, so now this one, I'm going to line it up here, even with this, but I'm going to bring it down a little bit so it shows that little white space, just to kind of give it a different look. So it's lined up here, almost, got a little gap there. But I wanted to have the gap. I thought that was just really neat. At first I thought it was torn, but it's not. So anyway, so that's that one. And then we're going to come in again. We're going to do the third piece. What I did is I cut the paper, and you just need 4 of these. And that should, 4 at 1 1/4, so that should give you enough room. Now this one, I'm going to line this one up, and we're going to turn it that way. So I'm going to line it up here, and then just bring it down here and give it a little bit of a gap as well, okay? So I'm going to put it just like that and have a little gap. And then this one, we're just going to lay it down here, and you're not going to see a lot of this, so I'm going to butt it up next to the one at the bottom, okay? So we'll just go ahead and add our adhesive. And I tell you what, you get in here and have all the lights going, it gets hot. So we're going to put this, I'm just going to butt it right up so everything is even. At least I think it is. All right. So that's how we're going to do our designer paper. Now we've got to color this crazy bear. So let me bring in all of my coloring tools. Hang on. We're using our blends. And I have, oh, I know I did that one. I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. I didn't like the color that I chose, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and color this. And let me get a, I don't really want that on. Hang on a minute. I'm going to put a piece of paper underneath, because I don't want it on my, my glue thing. The dog's over there drinking water. Okay, I'm just going to use this little scrap. So I'm going to start out, I'm going to use the copper light and dark, and I'm going to use the numbers 700, the medium light, and 800 medium light Stampin' Blends, and then I'm going to use Calypso Coral for his bowl, for his little container of honey, and then Daffodil Delight for the honey itself. So let me go ahead and start coloring, and hopefully we can get this and it doesn't look funny. I think I'm going to start out with the dark copper, and I'm going to just go around where the lines are that the artist has placed, and just do some coloring those to try to get some color on this bear, okay? And I'm just going to bring it down. And, you know, again, I'm not an expert. I'll be the first to tell you that when it comes to coloring. So I try, but I don't fret about it. I just do the best I can, right? That's all we can do. There's people that are really good, people that can really color. They have the eye to pick the right colors and all that stuff. Maybe I should just take a class or something. I did take a watercoloring class through our academy here, but the coloring part, you know, there's a knack for it, you know, but that's okay. We're learning. All right, so that's the dark, should be, oh, I'm sorry, that's the medium. I used the wrong number. That's the medium 600. I meant to use the light copper clay. My dog's running around. Let me go over this with the copper clay, because that should be a little bit darker. It's got a little bit more of a red tone, or the copper tone, I guess. So I'm just going to come back over that. Probably should have left that lighter color. It might have looked better anyways. But I'm just going to come over it with the copper. And then I'm going to come back with that lighter color. My dog is acting weird. I don't know what she's doing. I have to take her to the vet tomorrow. She's got this massive thing on her rear end that we thought was something else, and doctor wants to do a, what's it called? A needle biopsy. I'm like, oh Lord. Okay, so this is the light copper. Now I'm gonna come back and do that medium color. So I'm just gonna try to do a little here. I just don't know if I like this color because it's kind of orangish, but that's a bear. I guess they're supposed to be brown, right? So I'm just going to do a little bit down here, and then I'm going to come in with the lighter. She's over here snorting. I don't know what she's doing. All right, so, and if y'all are better colorers, more power to you. I'm just going to do a little bit here, and then I'm going to come back with the lighter color. She is, I don't know what's going on. She's just, she is rolling all over. I tell you, I've got to figure out, I got to do some better practicing when it comes to, let's see which color we want. I'm going to color the rest of him. Let's see, we got that color. And this is the medium 700 and 800. This is, the one I just took off is the 7. This one's a little bit lighter. That is, I'm sorry, this is the 800 that I just took off. I think I'm going to go with this one. Do you think that's going to be... I don't know if I want to do that. Well, I'm already obligated. Now I don't think I like that. I don't like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just do this part right here. I'm going to come back and do, because that's just too much. I'm going to do this beigey. I'm going to do the beige and kind of give him like a light color. So we're just going to blend this in. Like he's supposed to have some, you know, little whiteness on his stomach. Maybe I got too much there, but it's all right. We're gonna make it work. And I'll make his paws darker. So we'll do the light copper on the bottoms of his feet. And we'll come in. Okay. Oops, didn't want to do that, do I? Well, you know what? We might as well color him in. Okay. It's a weird looking bear, but you know, whatever. Let's go up here to, let's see, I gotta remember which one I just did. Is it that one? I don't think I like that one. All right, we're gonna color his face. And we're just gonna make it kind of, I'll probably come back with the other color and blend in his ears, but he's gonna have that. And we gotta do something with this, so might as well make this a little bit light too. All right, poor little bear. Poor bear. And I'm going to put a little bit, that's his hand right there. All right, that doesn't look too bad. I don't like that orange, that color I used right there, but that's fine. I'm not going to fret over it. I do need to, which I'll use this dark, color his bottom of his foot, his little pad right there. And let's see if we can make those little holes a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, well, that'll work. You know, you do what you got to do. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Calypso Coral. And I'm just going to do the pot. So I'm going to use the dark to kind of highlight where the artist has made some marks. And then we'll come back with the lighter coral and color that in. And then I'm going to come back and color in the top part, the brim of it with the darker Calypso. And then I'll color the honey with our Daffodil Delight. All right, so let me come back with the dark, and I just want to do this little outside right here. All right, and then we're going to do our daffodil, and we're just going to color his little honey right here. Isn't this the cutest thing? So this stamp, again, you can find it in the online exclusives. All right, I think we're good with that. Sorry for all the noise. Let me move these out of the way. Okay, so now we've got our bear. So the next thing we're going to do, I've already cut a heart out with that with the punch here that I showed. Okay, so we've got a heart cut out. We're going to build our little honey thing here. So we've got the bear. We're going to put him here, and I'm going to place this heart underneath. And the only thing that I need to do is I need to stamp. I got to find my flowers. I need to stamp a couple of little flowers. Right here, I'm going to stamp and color them, and then I'm just going to glue them down. So let me do that real quick. Oops, almost got my finger in it. And these are flowers from that set. So I'm just going to fussy cut them out. So let me just stamp them on this scrap piece of white here. And we'll move that over here. And then I'm just going to take the daffodil again and the red. I guess I'll do the dark red. And I'm just going to place a red dot in the center. And then I'll do the flowers yellow. I'm only going to do 2, but I'll do 3 just in case. But we're only going to use 2 of them. All right, and then we'll come back with our yellow daffodil, and I'm just going to color these real quick. Now this will be a little bit. I'm only going to. It's kind of tedious. I'm going to have to cut these out, so just bear with me. I probably should have done this before. You wouldn't have to watch me because they're so daggone small. I have to use my tweezers. Have to hold on to them. I don't think you know what? I can use this little guy too. All right, so let me just cut this real quick. I'll go this way. And I'm just going to cut the flower itself just so we have, just want to add a little something to that heart so it doesn't look so naked. So I'm just going to go around this with my snips. Let me just cut that piece off right there. And this is what I'm talking about. They're just, it's just so tedious because it's so small, right? But that's why I probably should have done this before you watched me do this. All right, so that's good enough for that one. Oopsie. See, they're so tiny, we might lose them. And then I'll take this guy here because he looks, he's a bigger one. So we'll take that one and we'll just cut him around. So it won't take long. All right. Now, I would not recommend doing this if you're going to be making a bunch of these cards, but for one card, it's not so bad. All right, so we'll just go around that, and we'll come around here, and like that, okay? All right, I got glue. I tell you what, I made 70, I should show you these calendar things. I made 70 little calendar gifts for my retreat that I'm going to. Oh my gosh, I finished those up today. Whew, it took forever. Okay, so let me move my scraps out of the way. All right, so we've got our bear and we've got our heart. So I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive to this. I'm going to put the bear down, and then we're going to add the heart, and then we'll stamp our sentiment and finish up this card right here. All right, and I'm going to put this heart, I'm just going to lay it a little bit like that, and then I'm going to put the bear up here. Let me make sure I want to get my heart out there, so let me probably do it about like that. So I'm going to lay this right about here because I want to leave room for my sentiment right down here. So I'm going to push him up a little bit more. I think that's fine. All right, and then we're going to come in with our glue dots. And I'm going to add these 2 little tiny flowers. Lord. Well, this will be, let's see, maybe I should just take, let me see if I can pick them up. All right, we got one. I'm going to put glue dots on the back of each of those. And then I've punched out a heart from the retired dog punch because it makes a little small heart. So I've got that there. So I'm just going to take these little flowers. I'm going to stick them on this heart here. I can get it off my fingernail, and put one right here. Let's move it down a little bit. And then we're going to put the heart on here. You can see if I can pick him up. You know, when you got some fingernails, it's hard to pick up stuff sometimes, right? All right, so I'm just going to, I just realized part of my heart didn't. Oh, well, he's got a little bit of a. All right, we're going to put that, whoopsie, up here. On top of, I think we'll put it right over here. I think I got the guy up here a little bit too high, probably. All right, and then this little scrap, this is a scrap of crumb cake, and whatever your sentiment is, just cut it to fit your sentiment. And I am using from the this set throughout the year. It's all of these sentiments that came out. This was carried over from the catalog, so this is carried over through now. And I'm going to use this Be My Valentine. I put this on here so I remember that they carried over because I was thinking I didn't have a stamp set. And we're going to use crumb cake, and I'm going to stamp that on this piece of crumb cake right here, and then I'm going to cut it down. Let me move this out of the way. All right, so we'll go ahead. And so this way, this works out because it is a Valentine stamp. So we can do a Valentine, right? So hopefully I can get it on here without, looks like I don't have ink on here. All right, let's see. And I like having the grid there because it helps me line up. All right, so here we go. Hopefully we've got enough ink on there. Give it a second. Perfect, that worked out really well. Okay, so that's done. And we'll move that over here and clean it. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to probably cut it down at an angle just to give it a little bit something different. Whoops. All right, and now we can go ahead and build up our card. So I'm going to lay this right about here. And then I want to make room for my sentiment, and it's going to go right to the edge. So before I glue this down, I want to put my sentiment here. I think I'm going to do it right about like that. I think that'll be fine. And so I'm going to put that, I think I'll just put it, yeah. So I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to go up about 3 hearts. And we're going to go ahead and glue this down. And this is a cute card. All right, this paper is really adorable. So I'm going to place that right about there. All right, so we've got our bear, got everybody's happy. And then this one I'm going to lay down flat as well because I want it to be even with the bottom of his his beehive thing. So, and I know what it is. I put my beer, God, now I got beer on the brain. I don't even drink beer. I put the bear up a little bit higher than I did on the other one. That's why that looks a little, but that's okay. No problem. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do is add a piece of baker's twine. We're going to use white, and we're just going to make a bow and stick that on there. I did that one with just some liquid glue. So let's just get that tied, and we'll make it, I'm not going to make it humongous, but I want it to be big enough that it's kind of stands out. Let me trim this off some. All right, and we'll just, this stuff always twists, so that's a little bit frustrating. So let me get that, and then this will be the last touches to this card, and we'll trim up our tails just a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to put a little glue dot. I'm going to put, not a glue, I'm just going to put a little dot of my Tombow right there. And I'm going to just put my bow and right there on top of that. Hang on a minute. I'm going to get my thread down. Oh, let's pull him this way. All right, so we're going to put that right about there and get that to hold it in place. Give it a second so it, see, I don't like when it twists. All right, there we go. All right, so there is our first Valentine's card. Isn't that cute? Very easy. And then, of course, we're going to decorate our envelope with our extra paper that we have, right? So, okay, so there's card number 1. We'll put them up here at the top. And then the next one, and again, we're using our paper. So this, isn't this cute? Again, all of this paper is from that paper pack. So we're going to do the little honey jars, and we're going to use a piece of Daffodil Delight. And then I'm going to do something. I'll show you what I'm going to do when I get there because I was kind of lazy, and I didn't feel like getting up and doing the die cutting. So I'll show you what my little trick here that I'm going to do. Okay, so we have another basic white. Let me go ahead and score this one. Again, it's 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Make sure you're lined up at the top and the bottom before you get ready to score it. Okay. Okay. I'll show you my calendars. Don't let me forget because I have to get them, okay? I'll do that when we get done. All right, so again, I'm going to fold my cardstock down, give it a good burnish, and flip it over and do it again. That helps to hold it flat. Okay, right. Well, this we don't need right at the moment. This we need. This goes with that. Okay. All right, so this is what we're going to do. 4 by 5 1/4 piece of, and this has got the little bees. Isn't that cute? This paper is absolutely gorgeous. All right, so 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to glue that down. Whoops. Now look, I'll make sure I do it the right way. Okay, I used to joke I had a lady in my classes when we were up in the villages. she put her cards on that backwards, and she said, well, I'll send it to my lefty friends. So, all right, so we're going to put this down. And again, I just wanted to show you how much you can use your paper, because let the paper do the talking for the card, right? Get some glue out of there. All right, so we're going to lay this one down. This is a pretty easy one. And we're going to get that on there. We're going to have that little bit of a border. It's a little deceiving with the flowers because, you know, they've got them going at an angle, right? All right, now this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and this is Daffodil Delight. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and we're going to place that right like that. So we're just going to lay it down straight. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, so we're just going to lay that down straight on here. All right, then this piece is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to turn it at an angle, just like that. So I've got my paper coming off each side, each corner off of the yellow, the Daffodil Delight. Isn't this cute? I just love this paper. And look at the back side. Isn't that pretty? It's got little squirrelies on it, little white squirrelies or whatever. Okay, so we're going to put that, and then we're going to turn it at an angle, just something different, you know, just to give it a different look. He's hanging over there, so we got that. And then I'm going to see these little bees. I'm going to take this little bee right here, and I'm going to fussy cut him out, and we're going to add this to our card. So don't forget, you don't want to throw this paper away, because you can fussy cut out these bees, or even the flowers for that matter. I mean, look at these little hearts. Now, granted, that's going to be a little difficult to do. I mean, it'd be a little bit tedious, I would say. But we're going to cut out this cute little bee, and we're going to put him, I'm going to leave that little heart right there. And we're going to come around, and I'm just going to, give me just 1 second. We're just going to take out like that, and we're going to come around his little antennas and go like that. Okay? So there's our little bee. Now we're going to use him when we do our sentiment. Now what I did is I had this in my scrap of white cardstock, one of the labels that I had cut out, and I honestly don't remember what label it was, but I was too lazy to get up when I was making all these cards and doing those calendars. So I wanted to have something to put behind it. So what I'm going to do, and this is something you can do too, it's just, I mean, if you have it, you can get up and die cut it, but I was, and I'm normally not that way. I'm just going to trace this. I'm going to go a little bit outside of, I know this sounds goofy. I'm just going to go a little bit on the outside so I have it, so it sticks out longer like I did that. So I'm just going to draw my line down and then just follow the angles of the cardstock. And I've got to turn it, so bear with me. And then I'm just going to come down just a little bit here, just enough. And my lines might not be straight, but when I go to cut it, I'm going to try to get them as straight as I can. But the main thing is I just wanted to leave a little bit of a gap so that we have, you know, and I know that's gonna be a little, that looks a little crooked, but it's okay. I'll fix it when I cut it. And then this is gonna go angled, and then I'm just gonna bring this all the way up here, and then I'm gonna cut it with my snip. So granted, it looks kind of funky, but I know what I gotta do. So we're just gonna cut along the line. Let me get in here. And then I'm just gonna cut up at the angle, make my little angle cut, and then just cut through. Then I'm cutting kind of on the inside of that pencil line. So, and I can flip this over so we don't have to worry about it showing. And then I'm gonna snip that off. And then again, I'm just gonna come here and do my angle cut again, and then come back down. Let me cut that off. And I'll just come right down here. I was just busy. I had so much to try to get done today. I did not feel like getting, it's terrible because my stuff's only like 2 feet away from my desk, but I just didn't feel like getting up. So I've kind of made like a little thing to it. Now that looks a little bit off. Give me a second. Let me look at it without the lights in my eyeballs. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to trim this down just a tad. I think we'll be fine. Hopefully I don't cut too much off. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here. And we are going to, let's see, where is it? Be my Valentine right here. And we're going to use red, real red. so we'll go ahead and get this inked up. Hello, Idaho. How are you? All right, so we're going to ink that up. Hopefully I got a little bit too much ink on that, but that's all right. And we're going to place that right about there. Okay. So far, so good. Let me just wipe this off real quick. All right, and then we're going to take our bee, and I'm just going to add him like here on the side, or her, whatever. I'm just going to add her on the side of this because I thought it's going to be cute. So we'll add her right there. So I'll just put a little bit of glue on this edge here. Actually, I probably should line this up, but that's all right. We're going to, I'm going to put it right about there. So we'll let her hold for just a second. All right, and then I am going to add adhesive and glue this down on here, and then we're, oh, see, I cut it, look at that. I cut it, but that's all right, we'll just do it different. I did cut a little bit short. We'll just have red at the top. That's okay. See, you just make do with what you got. We'll just do it like that. That'll be fine. I cut it too short when I was trimming. I should have known better, right? Let's see, maybe we can make it work. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can get it to work. Or I can just cut it in half. That still won't work. Oh yeah, I can do that. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Hang on a minute. We're just gonna cut this in half, and then I can, this is what you do. Cut it in half, or close to half, whatever. Let's see. Let's just kind of guess, because they're not gonna see the difference. They're not gonna see this part. Boy, I'm really going off schedule here, aren't I? That's okay, because we're gonna glue this to the back. And that way, let's put some glue on here. Adhesive on the back. All right, so we're gonna lay this on there. Let me get my, this thing here, my silicone mat. All right, we are going to apply this piece right here. Right, so it makes it look like we've got, let me pull it down a little bit. Get it on there so it's, looks like it's layered. I'm really trying to see, and I'm having a hard time because I've got, my camera is in a different position, and I'm having to lean over the table some, so I can't really see what I'm doing. Do you think that's a good excuse? Just joking. All right, and then we're just gonna lay this one on here. So we kind of just, and you'll see the ends, but that's all right. Whoopsie, hang on a minute. I gotta get it up here. I should have put the bee on the other side, huh? Hang on. I gotta get my, there we go. That'll work. We'll just, we're gonna cover that up with, we'll put the bow there. All right, so it kind of looks like we did our thing, right? Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to add some dimensionals to the back. Let's get those out. Oh, good. That's nice to hear, Linda. Okay, so we're going to put some dimensionals on the back, and then I'm going to put some, we'll put some embellishments on the front. I think, well, let's put one right here because I put those in weird. All right, so let's bring this in. And since my bee's over here, then I'm going to put my bow, on that other side so it kind of covers up my little gap. And then no one's going to know the difference. All right, so I hate covering up this paper. It's so pretty. All right, so we're going to put this right about there. Let me put it down a little bit. Oh, let's put it down. Let's move it over on this side because that way we have that one. Let's do it this way. No, let me see. I'm thinking. All right, let's do it like that. Okay, now we're going to tie a bow. Oh, what in the world? Why did I cut that off? Hang on a second. I don't know why I cut me a little piece off. I got to tie a bow. And I'll put the bow over here to hide that piece right there. This is a piece of ribbon. I think this red ribbon came with, this is retired. They always come out with lots of red ribbon, and I always keep it because you never, you know, for the holidays, you know, Christmas and Valentine's Day or whenever you need some red ribbon. So I'm going to tie a bow if I can get my, hang on, get myself going here. So I think it came out with a beige. It was it was like a set of two with a beige ribbon with the white stitching on it, if I'm not mistaken. And let me just get this tight. And but I just don't want to get rid of it, so I I try not to use it, but in this case, you know, we needed some red ribbon, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we've got our bow. Let me get it tight. And then we have our ribbon scissors, so we're going to use those to trim it. All right. And then this piece, we're going to add, I got to make him smaller because it's a little too big for that. So I'll be trimming up again. So just remember when you're doing your bows to hold the, hold the center, and that way you can tighten it, and that makes it bigger. So I'm going to pull it down one more time. I'm going to pull it down to where it's a little bit smaller than what I want, but when I go to pull it, then it should be a good size. And I think that works. This one can come out just a little bit more. Hang on. Okay. All right, so I think that one will work. I can get all right, now we're going to do our tails one more time. So I'm going to trim that there and trim that there. Whoops, don't like that way that looks. Okay, that's a little short. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're going to put a glue dot on the back of this. So let me get that out. Find my glue dot. And which side of the ribbon do I want, the bow do I want to show, which is this pretty side. So we're going to pop that right on there. Come on. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to place this at an angle. That way it's going to cover up my little gap so no one's going to know it. So we're going to put him right there, and look at that. No one knows. All right, and then we're going to take our red and green adhesive back pearls. These are in the annual catalog. And we're going to place a couple of these red ones on here. So I'm just going to place one up here. And maybe put one down here, kind of offset. And we'll put one, let's put one over here. Let's just do it like that. Okay. All right, so there's that card. All right, what do you think about that? And then, of course, the inside, put what you want on the inside. But isn't that a cute card? Put up here a little bit higher. Isn't that cute? So we're just using the paper. All right, we're going to set that aside. Oh, we got 10 minutes, but that's all right. I might go over a few minutes because I got coloring to do on this one. Okay, so the next card, let me move some stuff out of the way. All right, here's the next one that we're going to do. Again, we're working with our paper. Isn't this cute? It's all those little fuzzy critters. This won't take long to cut, to color, because they're all beige. All right, so what I did, I'm using the thick basic white. I've got everything pre-cut. I just have to color the animals. And let me show you what we did. Let me get all my supplies out of here. Got my little heart and my little critters. We got these 3 to color, but it shouldn't take long to cut those. And I don't think I need that. I don't know why it's in there. All right, so basic white again. I'm doing my scoring, so y'all see what I'm doing. And we're going to use, which I haven't used in a long time, we're going to use craft white ink for the sentiment. I thought about embossing it, but I thought, let's try the white ink. The only thing with that is you have to really let it dry. Sometimes it doesn't get quite as white as you'd like, but I just thought we'll do something a little different. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I embossed this piece here. This is an old retired, I'm using retired stuff for some reason because I didn't have what I wanted. So I just wanted to have a background, but I didn't like anything that I had. So I did this with the old lines embossing folder, and I cut it to 4 by 5 1/4, but I trimmed it off about 1/8 of an inch to go on this. So what I did was took that this paper and used that the largest nested die, essentials die, and cut those out. Right, I just laid it on here and just eyeballed where I wanted it and cut that out, and that gives us that little design, something different, right? All right, so let me put this back in here. So we're going to run over probably about 10 minutes if y'all are okay with that. All right, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and attach this to the white. So I think the easiest thing is going to be to put my glue. What do I do with my mat? I'm going to put my glue on this side here, and then we'll add the white to it, and then we'll start coloring our critters, okay? So we're just going to come down, Get some glue on here. And of course it's embossed, so I'm going to add a little bit so we know we have enough in there. All right, and then we're just going to lay that on top. I'm going to get my fingers underneath, okay? All right, so we're going to lay that there, and then this should cover it and have a little bit extra. So it's really not going to matter because we're going to cover it up. Just make sure we get this side moved over. All right, so we're just going to put that on there. There we go. Oops, move it up a little bit there. Okay, move this over. Once it's been cut, it gets a little flimsy. There we go. All right, so there's that. Now that is what we're going to attach to our card base. So we're going to go ahead and do that because once we get that done, all we have to do now is color our animals, and we will attach them to the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and add this now, and then we can finish this up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for me to color. I'm going to color them in beige and a crumb cake, I should say. All right, so let's get this on here on our card base. And again, we're going to have that small white border. I have to lift it up just a second so I can see it. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's that. Now, let's go ahead and do some coloring. So we're going to bring in our, let me make sure what I've got here, light crumb cake and dark crumb cake, and we're going to color these little critters. Bring my paper back in. And it shouldn't take us too long to do this. And I've got 2 little hearts cut out, and then we've got a sentiment, and we'll be good to go. All right, so we're just going to, I'm going to use the dark crumb cake. I'm going to come around, oh, I need the pecan. We're going to do the light pecan for his little sticks. So let's do that first. I'm going to color his sticks. And I didn't realize, if you look at this, his little sticks are in the shape of a heart. So I don't know if y'all noticed that or not. I just thought he was holding up a bunch of sticks, and I didn't realize that it was in the shape of a heart. So we're just going to color this dark wood. Oops, I just did a little boo-boo there, but that's all right. I can get my white stuff to take it off. Okay, so that's that. Let me see if I can move this. This is our color lifter. Let me see if I can get that to move. Oh, I need the other one, the other side. Let me see if I can get that to move that back. Yeah, see, it's moving it. Okay. All right, good enough. Okay, now we're going to come in with our dark crumb cake, and I'm just going to come around where the artist has done all of these lines, right? So we're just going to come around and do the same thing and make some little marks. I'm just going to kind of do the little brush strips like they do, and I'm going to hold on to him so he doesn't move. So I'm just going to come and just kind of color in his little hair right here. Is it hair or is it fur? I guess it's hair. And we'll get that. And we got that done. We'll do a little bit there on his feet. And then we want to color this part of his tail. I think we're going to do this dark. His little tail. All right. And then we'll come back with our crumb cake light. And we're going to go ahead and color. Oops, I guess, sorry. I need to flip this over to the other side. Ugh. All right, this is the light. So I'm just going to start blending from the dark and blending it over. And I'm going to do his little hands, his little fingers. Let's get inside of this thing real quick. And just try to pull some of this, the dark out and kind of blend it in. My fat tip, I need to purchase a new one because when you use it a lot, it tends to go flat and it's hard to use. So I have to use the little nub part, but that's okay. All right, so we got that in there. I'm gonna leave that, and we'll do his little face. Again, we'll try to get some of that dark color to blend. And I don't, I just do little swirls. I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way. So whatever works for you is what you need to do, okay? All right, so there's the little, oops, got to do his feet. I almost forgot his little feet here. And the rest of his tail. So let's color that. His little otter tail. Or beaver tail. All right, so I think that's good. I'm going to leave him with the white nose. So we're going to put him there. Now we're going to do the kitty cat. I'm going to color the flower pot in the dark real red. And I'm just going to do a little highlight right here where those lines are. I'm just putting little dots there. And then I'll come back with the light. And then we'll just color and blend that in. And it's such a small pot that you don't need a whole lot of coloring and stuff. Actually, I'm going to come back with the red. I want this to have, since it's up against the little kitty cat's body, I'm going to make it a little bit darker. So it's got more of a shadow effect. Okay. All right. And then we're going to color our flower. And I'm going to take and put a little, whoopsie. Oh, thank you. All right, so I'm going to just put a little red dot there, and then we're going to add our daffodil. We're going to color this yellow, and then we're going to use soft sea foam, which is something I don't use that often. So we're just going to color this one little leaf right here. All right, so he's colored. All right, so now we just have to color his body. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to make them all the same color to make it easy. So we're going to come in with our dark crumb cake. Do his little ears. My dog, if you hear her snuffling, she's snarfling. She's up on the couch, which is unusual. She usually lays over here with me on the floor under the desk. All right, so we'll just do this real quick and get some of those highlights done. And do the little things here, the little ones there. Okay, and then we'll come back in with our light crumb cake, and we'll just kind of do some blending and do his little feet. My neighbor, the neighbor that's down here that watches Riley, his birthday is tomorrow, and he has a cat, Yo, and his birthday, he said his birthday is the same as Ron's because he doesn't know when his birthday is, so he made them the same day. So Riley and I made them cards, and I used the cat from that happy birthday set that we used to have that has the candles and the cat, the big fat cat that sits in the cupcake holder, I think it is. So we made him a card from the cat. So Yo made him a card. We put that in his mailbox today. So he should have gotten it. So he'll have an extra day to celebrate his birthday. I think he said he's going to be 83 or something like that. All right, so we're just going to color in this little kitty. Make him, he's look happy that he's holding. I'm going to leave a little bit of white showing through. I'm going to darken up his feet a little bit. I'm going to let a little bit of white show through just for, all right, and let's see, what else do I need to do? I think I'll color... I'm going to take his nose. I'm going to make that little part of his nose. I'm just going to make it a little bit darker. There we go. All right, so we got the kitty cat done. Now we got to come in with the little, what is this? Oh, is this a chipmunk or something? I'm not even sure what it is. Okay. Oh, hey, Kathy. It's okay. You can come back and watch the replay when you don't have anything else to do. All right, so we're going to color the balloon. Of course, everything's going to be red because we're doing Valentine's, right? All right, and then we're going to come back. And I hope you got my message. The paper shares went out yesterday. All right, so there's our balloon. And now we're going to do the same thing with this guy. We're going to do him in the dark. We're just going to outline his little fur. And... we'll be done with this guy in just a minute. Once I get all this colored, and then I'll show you all the cards. And I guess this, is this a chipmunk? I don't know what this is. Okay, oops, let's do his, I'm gonna do the bottoms of his feet. I'm gonna make his feet a little darker. All right, and then we'll come back with our light crumb cake. And again, we're gonna just kind of blend, try to pull in some of that dark. And I'm not the greatest coloring person, but you just do the best you can, right? And this we're gonna color right here. Get up in his ears. I think it's a chipmunk. Isn't this a chipmunk? I don't know. And let's see, let's make his nose, we'll color his nose like that. And I've got a little smudge there. So let me take my, I'm almost done. I just have to glue up with these guys together. I'm going to take the color lifter again, because I got this on his white, and we're gonna move it back. Hopefully it moves it back out of the way. There we go, that should work. Okay, now do I want that white or should I color it? I think I might, should I color that? What do you think? I didn't color it on this one. I thought that one looks pretty good. Let's do a little bit of color. Oh, we don't want the dark, that's for sure. Yeah, let's just do a little bit. We'll just do a little bit. So I didn't really have to take that and move it off. Okay, all right, so there's our coloring of our 3 critters. So let's get those. And this is what we're making right here. So let me pull this in here. All right, so here's our card. So now I'm gluing these down. I'm not popping them up on dimensionals because I don't want it to be too bulky. All right, so I'm gonna lay, this little guy's gonna go in the center. But I want the kitty cat over here. So he's gonna sit on the cat's tail so we can get everybody in the picture. All right, so I'm gonna put the cat right about there. All right, let me pull this down just a little bit. I'm a little bit high in the camera, hold on. Okay. Oopsie. I tell you, I'm trying to get used to my new setup here, and my camera's all in a different spot. So, whoops, I don't want to do that one yet. All right, so let's go ahead and do the cat. We'll get him glued so we can glue him down. Why is my glue not wanting to cooperate? Hang on. Come on. There we go. Get some on his tail. All right, and we're going to place him on the left side. I'm going to place him right about there. And put him, yeah, I think that's good. All right, and then we're going to do the little otter, or what is this thing? Is he an otter? No. Is he an otter? No, beaver. He's a beaver, sorry. I need to learn my animals, don't I? Hang on, I got to get this glue off. Hang on one second. Let me grab some paper and pull it. Okay, so we'll put some glue on this guy. I would like to have popped them up, but I just didn't want the card to be so bulky. So, all right, so we're going to take him, and we're going to place him right. Now I'm going to put him kind of in the center, but he's going to sit on his foot and leg. So we're going to put him right about there so you don't see his other foot. All right, so we'll put him, let me get him straight. Come here, Mama. See, when you're working with these little guys, there we go. I'll get him moved. Is he straight? Let me see. Yep, he looks good. All right, and then we got this little baby here. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Put some glue on this one and make sure that we can get him to sit down. So he's going to sit right about like that. So we're just having them lined up because they're going to wish everybody a love, some kind of love. All right, now we're going to take, we got 2 little hearts again. And again, for those that are just joining, these are from the Retired Dog Punch that has a heart as part of that punch. So I'm just going to add some adhesive, and we'll place this little guy, I'm going to put him right about here. And if it's crooked, it's okay. So I'm going to push that down a little bit. And then we've got this one, and we'll put that one, we'll put it over by the other guy with the balloon. We'll do the same thing. All right, and we'll put that right, yeah, let's do it here. So we'll put that right about there. All right, okay. Now, the only thing we have to do now is our sentiment. And I popped, this is real red cardstock. And I have, hang on one second, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to use the white, craft white. And, whoopsie, we're going to use the With Love, which is from that Country Bouquet. And I use the double oval punch, so I just use the smaller of the two, not the one that makes the scallop, but the small one. So I cut that out, and we are going to ink up. This is Whisper White Craft ink, so it's a lot thicker, but you've got to let it dry, so you don't want to squish in here because you'll get too much on there. But you just want to ink it up. Now, you know, I could have embossed this, but I thought we'd try the white ink for something different. I haven't used this in a long time. So I want to make sure I get it on there, because even though it looks like it's a lot, when I go to put it down, it's not going to look like much. So I'm going to go ahead and place this on here. And then I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes just to make sure that I can try to get as much of that ink transferred over. And then we'll be done. And I'll show you our final products one more time. So it'll be about 10 after. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lift that up. Now, you can see where I did not push it down all the way. Right here, I'm missing. So I'm going to flip this over and we'll do it one more time. My fault. So let me get in here and get some ink on here. All right, let's try that. Let me get some in the W. All right, one more try. All right, let me get down here where it's not, all right, here we go. We're going to push down really hard. And I'm not rocking, but I'm pushing it forward so I can see the ink dispersing, and that's why I want to make sure I've got it pushed down so the top letters and the bottom letters, the ink is coming through. And I think that's what I missed the last time when I did it. So we'll let that sit another second or two. All right, keep our fingers crossed. There we go. That one looks much better. Okay, so let me cover up this ink so I'm not wearing it. So let me pull this up. Looks much better, doesn't it? So we'll let that sit for a minute. It's going to dry. All right, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of that crinkled white ribbon that we have, and I'm just going to put some, I want to make sure this is dry. I'm going to put some seal on the back, and so I make sure it's dry before I flip it, because I don't want it to, I think it should be dry, but this stuff you have to be careful with. I'm just going to put a little tack of this glue on there. See, it wasn't. Look at that. That's all right. And then I'm just going to put a piece of the white crinkled ribbon underneath, and I'll trim it down. I just wanted to have a little something under this. And actually, maybe I'll put it a little bit at an angle. So let's just angle it like that. And then let me trim this up, and we're going to put this on a dimensional. Hang on a minute. I'll put that right there. And all right, so we'll just get our ribbon scissors. I think that one's good. I'm just going to trim this one up right here so it's not quite as long. Okay. All right, and let's go ahead and add him to the bottom. And we'll put that right. Let's see, do we want to do it there? No. Let's do it over on this side for a change. Let's do this. I don't know if I like that though. Let's do it this way because I don't want that on them. All right, so we're going to pop that right there. And I'm going to trim, let me trim this because this didn't cut right. Okay, let me cut that one. Okay. All right, there are, all right, let me bring in the cards to show you what we've done. All right, so we've got our 3 Valentine cards where we're just using our paper in whatever stamp sets that we have. So we have this guy here, which is our fluffiest. All of these are using the furriest, what is it, the fluffiest? Oh, Lord. You'd think I'd have this stuff where I can, oh, where is it? The stamp set. Anyway, so, whoopsie. It is the furriest, fluffiest friends, whatever they are. Isn't that sad? I put stuff down and then I can't find what I did with the name of the stamp set. It's one of the online exclusives. So here we have the Be Mine. We're using the Be Mine Designer Series paper. So here is this one using the pretty little bottles of honey. And we die cut, or we cut out, fussy cut that little bee right there. So isn't that cute? And then this is the bear that we did. And we just laid our paper at a little bit of an angle to leave a gap. And then we made this one with the 3 critters. And then you'll write your message on the inside. All right, so there we go. We have our 3 Valentine cards, or love cards, or just because, well, this one would be Valentine's because it says that. All right, everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this. And don't forget to share, cute little critters, thank you. Don't forget to share the video. Well, yeah, you can't do that in the group, but if you're on YouTube or whatever, pass it along to your friends, have them join us. Okie doke. So thank you again for spending your Tuesday with me. I greatly appreciate it, and have a great Tuesday. Don't forget my BOGO is this Saturday. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Go to Shall We Stamp BOGO on Facebook, and there'll be a link for you to download the document with the instructions, and also in the instructions will give you a link to the form that you need to complete as well. So, all right, everybody, thanks again, and I hope to see you soon.